Truth or fake? And we have Catalina Marchand-Debreu at the big board about to give us some truthing or faking. Catalina, where are you starting?
Indeed, on May 12th, a reported 100 Duke University graduate students staged a walkout as the ceremony's guest speaker, comedian Jerry Seinfeld, took to the stage as a lecturer. This walkout prompted many online to claim that these students were protesting only because Jerry Seinfeld is Jewish, additionally adding that those who participated in this walkout are anti-Semitic. The same type of claims were made by Illinois Republican Adam Kinzinger or by this third user who says these students at Duke are protesting Jerry Seinfeld because he is Jewish. The anti-Semitism here is blatant.
So what did the organisers of this walkout at Duke have to say about it?
The organizers of this walkout stated their reasons, and none of them had to do with Jerry Seinfeld's religious identity as a Jewish person, but more because of his pro-Israel stance. One of the student organizers of this walk-in told the Duke's The Chronicle that the university's decision to have Seinfeld as a speaker only solidified what has long been obvious, that Duke University is more concerned about the interests of its donors than with taking action against a genocide, and quoting the students. In a moment where pro-Palestinian protesters in the U.S. are asking universities to divest from Israel. So Seinfeld's public support of Israel has drawn criticism not only recently, but also in the past. We'll go through the timeline and all the way back to 2018 when Seinfeld and his family received a heavy backlash when they visited the so-called anti-terror fantasy camp that is located in the West Bank. This is a tourist military training camp run by members of the IDF, very highly criticized by pro-Palestinian activists who say that this camp romanticizes the killing of Palestinians. As you can also see in this picture, Seinfeld posting with this machine gun. As just recently in February this year, a group of pro-Palestinian protesters stood out outside of his New York home right here, calling Seinfeld a genocide supporter. And finally, at the beginning of this month in May, Jessica Seinfeld, Jerry Seinfeld's wife, also in a controversial move, funded what is the pro-Israel counter-protest at the colleges, including the controversial UCLA counter-protest that took place. So hard times right now where views are very polarized all over the world, as Jerry Seinfeld openly stands in one side of the camp. As the New York Times states, the comedian seems to be wrestling with what it means to be Jewish today amid this Israel-Hamas war.
Graduate students then all over the United States have found various ways to protest against Israel's bombardment of the Gaza Strip during graduation ceremonies, for instance. Show us what you found.
We only have some examples, because there were so many of these protests and walkouts that took place during graduation ceremonies. Of course, during Columbia University's one of their commencement ceremonies, the epicenter of what was the pro-Palestinian protest, you see one of their graduate students ripping apart her diploma on stage during this graduation ceremony. Then in Pitzer College in California, students presented their president with a Palestinian flag. One by one, the president, who refused divestment from Israel, as he puts down the flags one by one as well. And finally, large protests that took place in UC Berkeley by law students who walked through the commencement stage holding a Palestinian flag. Others in the UC Berkeley Law School also formed this line with the words "UC Divest" written in their T-shirts, as students remained vocal throughout these ceremonies, commencement ceremonies, holding on to the decision as the universities decided not to divest from Israel. Right.
Catalina, with Truth or Fake, thank you very much indeed. You cover the business once again, thank you. And thank you for watching wherever you are across the world. Do stay with us. More to come here on France 24.